quick one, because we all know how to do this one. Yes, it is. It is the same size. I used the same petal molding. I did not change it. You could change, you don't have to change it as long as you are, if you're making the same flower, you don't have to change it. Natalie, I'm sorry. Because the way that you are going to be, what can I say? The way that you're going to be pressing down onto your flowers, and flattening it and molding it, that's what is going to be, that's what's going to be creating the different sizes on the flower. Oops, I don't want to move it. It needs to dry just a little bit so that we could be able to do the next one. Now with this one, it's just the regular air dry clay that we're going to put directly onto this mold. We also could very well use some resin. As a matter of fact, lately I've just been getting a lot more into the resin than getting into doing it out of air dry clay, just because the resin, you know, you could paint them right away once they dry. So that's the only thing. The only thing is that with the resin, it just, you know, it just becomes a little pricier. Pricier to make, because of course it is resin. So you gotta choose. I'm getting hot now. I thought I had my, let me turn it on. There goes my fan. What do you guys like using best? Do you like using your resin to create casts, or do you like to, prefer using clay, or neither? Let me know in the comments. Gail is right outside of Pensacola. Your husband was in the Navy, and I love that there. Oh yes, yes. Living in Florida has its good and its bad. We all know what the bads are. You know, as a matter of fact, you guys, I have my grandmother right now is very sick, and I have to decide whether I'm going to be going to Colombia, and they'll be here in September, and you know, one of the reasons why I decided not to go to the trip. Let me bring it out a little bit. One of the reasons why I decided not to go to the trip to Pennsylvania was because I was really concerned about hurricane season. I guess I have a little bit of PTSD, being that last year we had 3 hurricanes back to back, and we just didn't get a break. And you know, it's hard to be here, and it's hard to be away. I think it's harder to be away during oh, you love clay, yay. I'm glad we have a clay friend. So yeah, so it's going to, it's a hard decision to make, you know. It's looking at going towards the end of September, and you know, that is the highest point, the peak of the hurricane season here in Florida. You know, end of September, beginning of the whole month of October, it's, you know, it's a tough days. So, you know, maybe we could get a whole lot of nothing, you know. Hopefully that will be the best case scenario, getting a whole lot of nothing. But honestly, with the way that we had it last year, you guys, it was tough. It was really tough. So I will not have any peace of mind knowing that my family is here, that I'm away. How am I going to get back? You know, those kind of things. It just kind of eats me. So I'm really just praying for the Lord to show me what will be the best thing for me to do. I'm going to press this down just to make sure that the clay has gotten into every single one of these little crevices. It also, see how it comes out, the clay kind of comes off and kind of peels off on its own as you kind of press it down with this. So I don't know. I'm really praying for the Holy Spirit to just give me peace of mind for the best decision that I need to make. Because it needs to be made. It needs to be made like soon, like as of today, kind of timing. Because, you know, gotta buy the tickets. But yeah, but that was the whole reason why I decided not to go to the Pennsylvania trip. That was one of the major reasons. It's just that it's the peak of the hurricane season. And honestly, last year's hurricane season was very tough. Especially that it came very close. It came very close to our area. Really close. The hurricanes. Very close. I mean, insanely close. And that it was, you know, it's one of those times that you have to decide, do you leave everything behind, do you stay? And I hate to put my husband having to make those decisions on his own. So, you know, so it's one of those, you guys. But my grandmother is, you know, is pretty sick, and her birthday's at the end of September. We're not sure if this might be the last birthday on Earth. So I'm gonna be sure that I wanted to be there for that. So, you know, at the same time, the Bible says, you know, do not have a spirit of fear, you know. So honestly, just trying to make the best decision. Best decision for me, for my family. Just be wise about it. Alright, you guys, so that is, so if you guys have, say a little prayer, if the Lord puts me in your mind, that's what I'm going through right now. Alright, so we are going to here, and this is one of the ones that is going to the cork board. So now this is the beauty of it, and I should it unveiled it the other way around. See, this is what I don't like about doing clay molds, is the taking them out, and you know, not always it comes out the way that you want them to. I don't know if it's just a clay situation. It could be. But this is what it looks like. Okay? Going to bring my cork. Just trying to see how it would look. See how that looks directly, like it just instantly makes a difference. Let me look at the leaves. Just putting it here while it dries. See that? And this is a beautiful cork board. Now we could, the reason why I like making this little bridge is because, you know, it's up to you whether you want to do with it. I could put it over here. See that? I think I could put it over here, but I think it just needs one more rose. I think I could put this one here. All right, so this is a beautiful one right there. Yes. Yes, Cheryl, you know it. You know it. You know, hurricane season is not, you know, it's not to joke around with. At least not when you're living in it, in that area. And you know, I'm from Colombia, as in South America. And guys, I'm going to go ahead and do one of these. I think it just needs a little bit on the other side. So to me, having to go to Colombia, you know, I'm out of the country. It's not, you know, it's not like I could take a car and come back. I'll be out of the country. So, you know, it's one of those things that you really gotta think hard about. Because, you know, it's, if they close things, if they close the flights, you know, you can't enter back. You can't come back to the country until things are, you know, until you're allowed. All right, this one is getting a little bit, as I said, it's getting a little bit too dry for my taste. That's the only thing about this clay, you guys. So if you're going to buy the Jovi clay, I would recommend just from time to time, keep it pretty moist, or you're going to have to moisten it just a little bit. It's not the greatest clay. I just used it, just wanted to give it a try. You know, I'm always trying to get different clays, give them different, you know, try different ones. There is one that is made out of paper. It's a paper clay. Can you believe that? Yes, it's a paper base clay, and I've been trying to give that one a try, just to try to see how, just difference. Just want to see the difference. I don't want to be stuck in just using one. You know, be devoted to just one clay. I think, you know, there's many other materials, other tools that are available to us that we just got to give it a little try. Charity Crafting by Brenda. Miss Brenda, how are you? And by the way, we have, I believe it's Unique. Habit Unique will be up next, if I'm not mistaken. I think Tracy did put the schedule, so I believe she is coming up next right after me in about, what is it? Oh goodness, I thought I had until 8:45. No, I have until 5 minutes. All right, so let's put this on here. And by the way, this clay mold things, they just need to dry. So we're going to have to come back. I will be back on Wednesday. I will not have a live tomorrow. I will be back on Wednesday. So perhaps maybe on Wednesday night at 10 p.m. is my official timing. At 10 p.m. on Wednesday, 10 p.m. Eastern, I will be back, and we'll get to paint this, add a little bit of, you know, shujing just here and there, and make this, give you a whole finished product when it comes to a beautiful cork board. If you're having some grandchildren that are going to college, you know, think about things like that. I think that'll be something useful. If you're having, you know, if someone that is a teacher, you know, I think something like that will be very, very beautiful as a gift. It speaks. I took my time. I appreciate you. I took my time to make you something beautiful. All right, so now this needs its own bag, which I don't have one here, so I need to make sure that I wrap that up. Okay, so now we're going to bring this out. This is the Reflections Redesigns mold, by the way. So I do notice that that it is a little bit thicker. See that? It's a little thicker than our friend here. Notice the difference in the thickness. See? And believe it or not, that makes also a difference when it comes to uncasting, or, you know, or bringing down your molds or your cast. All right, so this one is going to be using, we're going to be putting this one right here. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and break it. I think I'm going to go ahead and break it up. Let me see. Just lost this. All right, I'm going to break it up because I think I'm going to rearrange this. I'm going to put this one right here. I'm going to put this little scrolly thing here. It's like a stem, actually. And these are kind of, they are sort of rosebuds. Okay. Here's a leaf that I'm not sure where I'm going to add it to. I'm going to put this one right over here. And this will be coming to my end here. Now these things, I have to unite them with water. I have to gently push them together. There. I think I'm going to go ahead and put this one over on this side. This little rosebud over on this side. Put my little leaf. And I hope that you have enjoyed seeing the possibility of what it could be. I think more than anything, it's just the possibility. Here it is. Now remember, I cannot bring it even a little bit closer because this is nothing here is glued. I'm going to let them dry. I'm going to make sure that everything is connected with water. Just make sure that everything is softened up with my fingers. And see how this one is broken right here? So this I need to be softening it up, getting a little bit of water, softening it up so that when it dries nice and neat. And then once it's fully dried, now I know where exactly putting them. So here it is. And we're going to be adding a nice little bow to the top, even though this is a nice cord, leather cord. We're going to go ahead and do that and just put, you know, putting a little bit of color. I love using watercolors with these, with this clay mold. I love using watercolors just because it gives them a little bit. Or you could also use, believe it or not, you could also use some eyeshadows. So eyeshadows would be great, and or watercolors would be also great to color up your clay. Anyways, I hope you had a beautiful time together, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Let me say goodbye to Miss Wendy and Milton. How are you? Oh, thank you, Mary. She says it's pretty, and so does Natalie. Beautiful, says Vicky, and very nice, says Just Jackie Crafting. So Just Jackie Crafting, I think you have you're live today, and not just let us know. And I know that what is that? Something with a frog. I forgot. She's going to be live later on till 4 o'clock today. So lots of new presenters. I hope you enjoy them, and I hope you get to go ahead and follow them if you're not already. And well, let's welcome our new sisters into this beautiful group. And I hope you have a very inspirational day, and that a very productive day as well. Is it best to keep this inside? It is. However, clay, this is a corkboard, so I don't think you're going to keep it outside. Once clay is fully dry, once it's fully cured, and you put a sealing, glaze it or put a sealing agent to it, believe it or not, you are able to keep it outside as well. So to just let you know, it needs to be sealed up, and it needs to, or glazed up, it needs to be completely fully dried. Oh, it also helps when you go ahead and paint it over it so the way it protects it. But yeah, you're able to keep it outside as well. All right, have a beautiful day. Have a wonderful week. May God bless you. May God keep you. Make His face shine upon you. May God grant you His peace. You're going to go ahead and move on now to Miss Pat from Unique. All right. Enjoy the rest of the day. Kiss and frog designs. Yes, ma'am. She will be 4 o'clock, I think, Eastern. She'll be here today. All right. Bye.